So I'm going to talk to you today about something people call the trust triangle, the issuer-holder verifier triangle. It's essentially for wallet solutions, credential solutions, even for login solutions. This is the sort of pathway that most people talk about. This is kind of the introduction to the trust in these kinds of environments. So it starts with the three participants: an issuer, which is essentially going to issue a credential; the holder, who's the digital subject, they're the ones who are going to place this in their wallet; and then a verifier. So the holder is going to share data across to a verifier, typically using a reader device. So the verifier uses a reader, and the reader device is going to validate that credential. So let's talk about how this all works in detail. The issuer is going to endorse a set of attributes about the holder. So they may present attributes. There's some sort of identity proofing process that's going to prove out the accuracy of those attributes. And the issuer is basically saying, I will sign these, I will endorse this set of identity attributes because I believe them to be true at this point in time. So it's going to do that using something, you can call it a wallet connector, which is going to cryptographically sign the data itself in some standardized format and allow the holder to move that into their wallet application. It's the wallet application's responsibility to protect that until the point in time when it's shared. So again, through a standardized exchange, the holder is going to consent, say actively, I want to share this particular credential, and they will initiate connection to a reader device. That reader device is going to make a request back for it, ask for consent. The holder can say, yeah, I understand who that is. I understand who the verifier is that's operating this reader, and I'm going to consent to share the data. And then the data exchange happens, along with usually the reader device kind of challenging the wallet application to say, am I getting this from the right person? Right. So you could end up with a signature that says that you're getting it from the intended wallet application. Now, what does the verifier or what does the reader device do with that? It's going to go back to the issuer. It probably has done this ahead of time because these will be publicly available. It will get the public key certificate from that issuer, and it uses that to validate the data that it just received to see that it is intact, hasn't been tampered with. It's authoritative, meaning yes, it is actually that issuer, the expected issuer that signed it. And then you can also see freshness because you've got information about the date, when the data was proven, when the data was last refreshed to the holder application. So those three pieces there, that makes up this trust triangle. And there are different trust relationships. There'll be more in another video on the trust relationships between those different entities and other participants in the ecosystem. But that's the core right there. That trust triangle, being able, the verifier, the business, if liquor store, whoever, like being able to trust the fact that what was presented from the holder is official, came from an issuer, regardless, without even contact back to the issuer. Sorry, so they could take this packet of data and inspect it and say that it's good.